Welcome to Wealth Wisdom. If you have ambitions to achieve financial success, please leave "yes" in the comment, and we are here to help you obtain insight and build wealth. Most financial advice you've received is wrong. These money myths sound reasonable. They're repeated constantly. But they keep you poor while making others rich. Today I'm exposing the biggest money myths destroying your wealth. I believed these myths for years. They cost me tens of thousands in lost opportunities. Learning the truth transformed my financial life. Myth 1. You need money to make money. This is the ultimate excuse for inaction. People claim they'd invest if they had money. But they spend everything they earn. They're not broke because they lack income. They're broke because they lack discipline. Truth. You need discipline and consistency to make money. Start investing $50 monthly. That's $600 annually. Over 30 years at 10% returns, that's $111,000. Money isn't the barrier. Consistency is. I started investing with $100 monthly, earning $35,000 annually. Friends earning twice as much claimed they couldn't afford to invest. Years later, I have substantial wealth. They're still broke making excuses. You don't need money to start a business either. Service businesses require minimal capital. Consulting, coaching, freelancing start with just skills and internet. The barrier is action, not money. Myth 2. Your home is your best investment. Your home is where you live, not an investment. It doesn't generate income. It costs money through mortgage, taxes, maintenance, and insurance. Calling it an investment is financial illiteracy. Real investments generate returns. Stocks pay dividends and appreciate. Rental properties generate monthly income. Your home does neither. It's consumption, not investment. I thought my home was building wealth. Then I calculated total costs. Mortgage interest, taxes, maintenance, insurance, and renovations exceeded $200,000 over 10 years. The home appreciated $140,000. That's a $60,000 loss, not wealth building. Rental properties are investments. They generate monthly income while appreciating. Your primary residence is necessary housing, not a wealth building tool. Understand the difference. Myth 3. Debt is always bad. This myth prevents wealth building through leverage. Debt is a tool. Good debt finances appreciating assets. Bad debt finances consumption. Understanding this difference determines financial outcomes. Student loans for high-income degrees are good debt. They increase earning capacity dramatically. Mortgages on rental properties are good debt. Tenants pay the loan while you build equity. Credit card debt for vacations is bad debt. Car loans for depreciating vehicles are bad debt. Financing consumption destroys wealth. Financing assets builds wealth. I avoided all debt for years, missing opportunities. I could have bought rental properties with mortgages at 4% while earning 12% returns. Fear of debt cost me hundreds of thousands in missed wealth building. Use debt strategically. Borrow to acquire appreciating assets. Never borrow for consumption. This distinction separates wealthy from perpetually broke. Myth 4. Rich people are lucky or dishonest. This myth justifies staying poor. If wealth requires luck or dishonesty, you're powerless. This victim mentality guarantees poverty. Truth. Most wealthy people built wealth through discipline, strategic decisions, and consistent action over decades. They sacrificed when others consumed. They invested when others spent. They persisted when others quit. I studied hundreds of wealthy individuals. The common thread isn't luck or dishonesty. It's delayed gratification, high savings rates, strategic investing, and decades of consistency. This myth provides psychological comfort. If rich people are lucky or dishonest, you're not responsible for being broke. But it's false comfort that keeps you poor. Myth 5. You should follow your passion. Following passion leads to poverty more often than wealth. Passion doesn't guarantee income. Market demand determines income. You get paid for solving problems, not following dreams. Truth. Follow market demand, then develop passion for profitable activities. Become excellent at valuable skills. The income enables pursuing passions as hobbies. I was passionate about music. The market wasn't passionate about paying me. I developed skills in marketing and consulting. These paid well. Now I can afford music as a hobby. Find intersection of skills, market demand, and interests. Optimize for income first. Use that income to fund passions that don't pay. This pragmatic approach builds wealth. Myth 6. You need to take big risks to get rich. This myth comes from survivorship bias. We hear about successful risk takers, not the 95% who failed taking big risks. Truth. Wealth comes from consistent, boring activities over decades. Saving 30% of income. Investing in index funds. Avoiding debt. Staying disciplined. These boring behaviors create wealth predictably. I took big risks early, losing $15,000 in failed ventures. Then I adopted boring consistency. Index fund investing, high savings rate, no consumer debt. This boring approach built more wealth in 5 years than risky ventures ever did. Big risks occasionally create massive wealth. But they usually create massive losses. Consistent, boring discipline reliably creates wealth. Choose reliability over excitement. Myth 7. More income solves money problems. Income isn't the problem. Spending is. People earning $200,000 live paycheck to paycheck. People earning $50,000 build substantial wealth. The difference is spending control, not income level. Lifestyle inflation destroys increased income. Earn more, spend more, save nothing. This treadmill keeps high earners broke. I increased my income 300% over 10 years. My wealth increased 500%. How? I saved most income increases. My spending increased 20% while income tripled. The gap created wealth rapidly. Focus on savings rate, not income. A 30% savings rate on $50,000 builds more wealth than 5% on $150,000. The gap between earning and spending determines wealth. Myth 8. Investing is risky and complicated. This myth keeps people in savings accounts losing money to inflation. Investing seems intimidating, so they avoid it completely. Truth. Index fund investing is simple and historically reliable. Buy total market index fund. Invest monthly. Reinvest dividends. Hold for decades. That's the entire strategy. The S&P 500 has never lost money over any 20-year period. Holding diversified stocks long-term isn't risky. Keeping money in savings accounts during inflation is risky. I thought investing required expertise and constant monitoring. Then I learned index investing. Set up automatic monthly investments in VT Sachs. Check it quarterly. That's all. Simple and effective. Start with low-cost index funds. Add money monthly. Ignore market fluctuations. This simple approach builds wealth more reliably than complex strategies. Myth 9. You're too young or too old to start. This myth provides excuses at every age. Too young to think about retirement. Too old to build wealth. Both false. Truth. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. Starting at 25 is ideal. Starting at 45 still works. Not starting guarantees poverty. A 45-year-old investing $1,000 monthly until 65 accumulates $760,000 at 10% returns. That's substantial wealth in 20 years. Age isn't the barrier. Starting is. I thought 28 was late to start. I wish I'd started at 22, but 28 was infinitely better than never. Those years of compound growth created substantial wealth. Start today regardless of age. Time and market matters more than timing. Every year delayed costs tens of thousands in compound growth. Myth 10. Wealthy people are greedy and materialistic. This myth demonizes wealth, making poverty seem virtuous. If wealth equals greed, staying poor feels moral. Truth. Wealth provides security, options, and ability to help others. Many wealthy people are generous and purpose-driven. Poverty doesn't equal virtue. It often equals stress and limitation. I believed this myth, feeling guilty about wanting wealth. Then I realized wealth enabled helping family, donating to causes, and living without financial stress. Wealth is a tool, not a character flaw. Reject false dichotomy between wealth and virtue. Pursue wealth to increase your positive impact. Use it responsibly. Financial security enables generosity impossible when broke. The cost of believing myths. These myths cost me approximately $150,000 in lost wealth building over 10 years. Believing I needed money to start delayed investing for 3 years. Believing my home was an investment prevented rental property purchases. Believing debt was bad prevented leveraging opportunities. Each myth carries massive opportunity cost. They sound reasonable but produce poverty. Rejecting these myths and embracing truth transformed my finances completely. Calculate your personal cost. How much has myth belief cost you? Delayed investing? Avoided opportunities? Poor decisions? The number is probably substantial. Embracing financial truth. Replace myths with truth. You don't need money to start, you need discipline. Your home isn't an investment. Good debt builds wealth. Rich people aren't lucky, they're disciplined. Follow market demand, not passion blindly. More income doesn't solve spending problems. Investing is simple, not complicated. You're never too young or old to start. Wealthy people aren't inherently greedy. These truths feel harsh. They require taking responsibility. But they empower wealth building. Myths provide comfort but guarantee poverty. Truth provides discomfort but enables wealth. Taking action today. Identify which myths you believe. Write them down. Research the truth. This awareness is first step toward wealth. Start investing today regardless of amount. Open account at Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab. Set up automatic monthly investments. Begin compound growth immediately. Calculate your savings rate. If under 20%, increase it by 5% monthly until reaching 30% plus. This single change transforms wealth building. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming circumstances. Take responsibility. Apply truth. Build wealth. Conclusion. Money myths keep you poor by providing comfortable excuses for inaction. They sound reasonable. Everyone believes them. But they guarantee financial struggle. Truth is uncomfortable. It requires discipline, responsibility, and action. But truth builds wealth. Myths provide comfort. Truth provides results. I believed these myths for years, staying broke. Rejecting myths and embracing truth built substantial wealth. The same transformation awaits you. If this exposed myths holding you back, subscribe for more financial truth. Comment below with which myth you believed and how it cost you. Remember, comfortable myths keep you poor. Uncomfortable truth makes you wealthy. Choose wisely.